Welcome, incredible individuals, to a conversation that can truly transform your journey. Today, we're diving deep into a principle that underpins all lasting success and profound change. It's a simple truth, yet often overlooked in our pursuit of greatness. We live in a world that often celebrates the grand gesture, the overnight sensation, the monumental leap. We see the finished product, the towering achievement, and sometimes feel overwhelmed by the sheer scale of it all. This can lead to paralysis, making us feel that our own dreams are too big to even begin. But what if I told you that the secret to achieving those towering dreams isn't about one giant leap? What if it's about a series of tiny, almost imperceptible steps taken consistently, day after day? This is the profound wisdom we'll explore together. Many of us are conditioned to seek immediate results. We want to see progress right away, and if we don't, discouragement can quickly set in. This mindset often leads us to abandon our goals before they even have a chance to blossom. The truth is, most significant achievements are the culmination of countless small efforts. They are built brick by brick, not by a single miraculous construction. Understanding this shifts our perspective from daunting to doable. Think about any master of their craft, any successful entrepreneur, or any individual who has achieved something remarkable. Their story is rarely one of instant triumph. It is almost always a narrative of persistent, incremental progress. When faced with a massive goal, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. The sheer size of the task can make us hesitate, procrastinate, or even give up before we start. This feeling is a natural human response to perceived difficulty. However, by breaking down that mountain into tiny pebbles, the task suddenly becomes manageable. Instead of focusing on the summit, we focus on the next small step right in front of us. This approach disarms the fear of failure. It allows us to begin without the pressure of perfection or the burden of the entire journey. We simply commit to doing one small thing and then another and then another. This is how momentum is born. Imagine saving a small amount of money every single day. Individually, each contribution might seem insignificant, but over months and years, those small amounts compound into a substantial sum. The same principle applies to our personal growth and goals. Each small action, each tiny effort, each moment of learning adds up. These consistent efforts create a powerful compounding effect that accelerates our progress over time. Consistency is not about being perfect every single day. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it, and taking that one small step. It's about building a rhythm, a habit, a commitment to your future self. Small steps are the building blocks of powerful habits. When an action is small enough, it requires minimal willpower to initiate. This low barrier to entry makes it much easier to repeat consistently. For example, instead of aiming to write a book, commit to writing just one paragraph each day. Instead of running a marathon, commit to walking for 5 minutes. These tiny actions are easy to start and hard to skip. Over time, these small, consistent actions become ingrained. They transform from conscious effort into automatic behaviors. This is how you build habits that effortlessly propel you towards your larger aspirations. Often, we set ambitious goals but fail to define the microactions needed to achieve them. We focus on the destination without mapping out the journey. This can leave us feeling lost and unmotivated. Instead, let's redefine goal setting. Start with your big vision, then break it down into smaller milestones. From those milestones, identify the daily or weekly small steps that will move you forward. This approach makes your goals feel less like distant dreams and more like a series of achievable tasks. Each small step completed is a victory, building confidence and reinforcing your commitment. One of the biggest traps we fall into is waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect plan. We believe we need all the answers before we can even begin. This pursuit of perfection often leads to inaction. Small steps encourage imperfect action. They remind us that it's better to take a tiny, flawed step forward than to stand still waiting for ideal conditions. Progress, not perfection, is the true measure of success. Embrace the messiness of starting. Understand that your first attempts won't be flawless, and that's perfectly okay. The goal is simply to begin and to keep moving, learning, and adjusting along the way. The journey of small steps requires patience. Results may not be immediately visible, and that's where many people falter. They expect instant gratification and give up when it doesn't appear. However, true growth and lasting change are often slow and steady. Trust the process. Understand that every small step you take is contributing to a larger, more significant outcome, even if you can't see it yet. Persistence is the fuel for this journey. It's the commitment to keep going, even when motivation wanes, even when progress seems slow. It's the belief that your consistent efforts will eventually yield remarkable results. So, how do you start applying this powerful principle today? Identify one area in your life where you want to see significant change. It could be your health, your career, your learning, or your relationships. Now ask yourself, what is the absolute smallest step I can take today to move in that direction? Make it so small that it feels almost ridiculous not to do it. Then commit to doing just that one thing. Tomorrow, repeat that small step or take another equally tiny one. Build this into your daily routine. Watch as these seemingly insignificant actions begin to accumulate, creating a powerful ripple effect. Remember, the greatest journeys are not defined by a single heroic sprint, but by the consistent, unwavering rhythm of small steps. Each one builds upon the last, creating an unstoppable momentum towards your biggest dreams. Your future self will thank you for starting today, for embracing the power of the small, and for trusting the process. You have everything you need to begin. Like, share, and subscribe to continue building a life of purpose and progress.